Hi, this is Dean Takahashi from VentureBeat. We're on the floor of the Game Developers Conference here. I'm at the Spawn Labs booth here with David Wilson, who's the president and CEO of Spawn. Tell us what you guys are doing here.
Well, we're demonstrating our current products. They're kind of similar to a Slingbox for video games. They basically let you play your console video games from anywhere you can get a broadband network connection, so you're not tethered to your TV anymore.
And how are you doing this? What kind of technology is it?
It's similar to what you see from OnLive and other cloud gaming companies, except it's much more of a peer-to-peer model instead of a centralized data center model.
And it's interesting, there's about half a dozen companies that are sort of all coming out at once now, and you guys are in this group.
Yes, I think the interesting difference is everybody else is trying to approach this in a very similar way. If you look at OnLive and Gakkai and Otoy, they're all trying to stream everything to you from a data center in the sky, and we feel like that's not actually the best approach. We feel like doing it all in the cloud is not great. There's a reason to have local native resources in your home and to extend that with cloud gaming and streaming gaming and kind of have the best of both worlds.
Okay, can you show us your box and then after that your laptop here?
Absolutely. This is Spawn HD 720 here. You can hook this up to 1 or 2 game consoles in your home. For example, I have an Xbox 360 and a PS3 and I have it hooked up to both. It basically streams the audio and video from the game console out to the laptop, and the laptop streams game controller signals from a game controller that you can plug into the laptop back across the network in a peer-to-peer or point-to-point model back to the game console. And so you can actually play in 720p, 30 frames per second. On any kind of a normal. This is about a $400 laptop, so it's very similar to the other streaming things. It's just decoding its H.264 video stream.
And this connection is how fast right now?
This is like a LAN connection, so it's a normal. It's like if you're playing around the home, there's a lot of desire for people. If your TV is tied up and somebody else is watching the TV right now, you can't game. But with our solution, you actually can. You can just go into another room in the house and play.
And how do you make sure there isn't a, say, lag problem? What helps you out?
The same. Well, the nice thing about that is we've got end-to-end latency on the solution down to 60 milliseconds today. We're going to pull it down to 40 milliseconds within the next 90 days, and at that point, at 60, you can play it yourself. It's just barely discernible at all. At 40, it'll be not discernible at all across a LAN connection. The nice thing is with our solution, if you're playing around the home, you don't have any internet latency, you don't have any bandwidth caps to contend with. You can play all of your video games that you own today, all the video games you're gonna own in the future. You play them around your house as much as you want. You can play them across the internet, and then we have the same internet issues that everybody else has, like OnLive and Gakkai. If I'm playing, the nice thing though with the peer-to-peer model is my game server is going to be closer to me. I spend most of my time either in my home or around Austin, Texas. And then I have the lowest possible internet latency because it's a peer-to-peer model. And most of my friends are in Austin and their game consoles are in Austin too, so I have the shortest physical hop.
And what's Spawn's history? When did you guys get started?
We started at the end of 2004, actually, and we spent the first couple of years doing a lot of research and prototyping and just figuring out if this was possible and what you could do with it. And then we spent a little bit more time after that actually building the first working prototype version of the product as a standard definition product, and then we were kind of waiting for the enabling technologies for bandwidth and DSP technology and other things to kind of round into shape. And in 2009 they did, and we brought a product to market.
So what's sort of the hardest work you guys have done then?
Where do I start? I feel for everybody else in the market. It's not easy. Doing ultra low latency, high quality video streaming is hard. Doing it across 2 unmanaged connections, the uplink and the downlink are both unmanaged, so we have a lot of intellectual property involved in giving you an optimized video and audio stream that is stable across that kind of a connection. All of the, because it's a peer-to-peer network, having security and all of the manageability to be able to easily go in and do something like, here's my game console, because it's hooked up to my box, it says it's mine. If I get invitations to other people's consoles, they show up down below it. But doing things like making it easy to invite a friend to play. So, if Dean at venturebeat.com, I can give you an email invitation. When I submit that comes to you, and when you accept it, my game console will show up down here and your friend's game console. So getting the ability to easily set up and tear down those connections, manage them securely, and make that all work with a great degree of usability and reliability it's hard.
And how many people do you guys have, and have you raised some money too?
We raised we self-funded it for quite a while. We raised a Series A round in August or September of 2009. We sell the product, a private enterprise version of it, to a lot of the world's largest game developers who are using it to have remote, secure access to their development kits. It solves a lot of problems in the process of building and testing the major game titles.
And you've been selling for maybe a month or so, or?
We've been selling into the consumer market since the end of January, and into the game developer market longer than that.
And a couple of tens of thousands, maybe, or 20,000 plus, or I forget exactly how many people you have.
We have between 10 and 20 full-time people.
Oh no, I mean how many consumers have bought so far?
We don't release those numbers
yet.
Okay. It's still private info.
Okay. And then let's see, what's sort of your next big step? What's the next big challenge here?
Well, this year, we've kind of got all of the platform elements of the product together, and we have the product working really well and working tightly. So the next thing for us is to release more applications onto the platform. It's really, the nature of the thing is really a peer-to-peer, real-time video processing cloud, and so there are a lot of interesting applications you can layer on that. At the show, we're actually demonstrating the next application to come, which is a PC over IP application. So over here, we've got a quad-core high-end PC. We're actually remoting that. We're remoting the game that's running on here onto a laptop the same way we can do it with a console. There's a lot of different kinds of video-intensive applications that people want anywhere, anytime access to. And so if you think about, people doing video editing, animation, there's a lot of different video-intensive applications that you can remote from a PC to another PC that people would like to have access to, both in consumer markets and enterprise markets.
Cool. Thank you very much, David. It's David Wilson from Spawn Labs. Thank you very much.